The audio was good, but there was a transition between two tracks and that wasn't really smoothed out too well, and it kind of took out of the action a little bit. And I've noticed that in some of, like, you had some death scenes in there, but you don't really see that in trailers nowadays. It's more the leading up to, so I didn't know if you could change that or not, but the rest of it was very good.
I thought the beginning was really good, especially the music. I thought maybe the end scenes were a bit too dark and you couldn't really see very clearly.
It was good throughout with the lighting and audio, but at the end it was just slightly anticlimactic because you're expecting a jump scare, but it just went back to creepy calm music.
I thought the shots were good and the lighting, but I found that there was a sudden change in the sound and it didn't play that well.
I thought the music was good at the start and a different range of shots, but I didn't really understand the storyline. Could make
Good use of shots, but didn't really understand what was going on.
I thought the music was good, but like the jump between the two tracks was like quite sudden, and I thought the narrative was a bit like confusing how it flowed through. But I thought that all the shots were really good.
I like the use of the music, but I think the transitions between the sound clips could be better, and I think it needed some narration.
Yeah, I really like the stabbing scene, even though it gives it away a bit, but the music with it worked really well, and I like the use of the handheld shots, but there needs to be a bit of a smoother transition between the music tracks and some narration, where especially where she's teaching, maybe with the board, she could be talking.
I really liked the scene with the static TV, and I thought it worked well when you carried like the static over to the next bit. My next bit was I was a bit confused on the storyline, especially at the beginning. We thought I can do better, and then it was kind of more of a calm scene, and then it just suddenly cut to that kind of more kind of daunting, and it didn't really have much of a pace and build up to it.
It felt like it was advertising two different films. Like the start was, it was a good start, and there was like a build up, but then the story completely changed to follow a police officer instead of the girl I thought would be the main part of the film. And the rock music stops it being scary, and it makes the trailer feel like two different films. And yeah, the end needs some sort of jump scare as well.
I thought the cutting to static was well done, but the sudden heavy metal didn't really fit with the movie.
I didn't find the narrative easy to follow, and I thought it was really anticlimactic. But the zoom up from the TV was really good.
I thought the audio track was good, but however the last shots were quite dark.
I think it's a really interesting use of angles and different viewpoints, and I really like the music because it showed like more of the good and bad, and it's created more of like story. But I think that it was a bit jumpy at times, and it created an ending which is a bit anticlimactic.
I thought I had a good use of audio and the acting was good, but the end shots were too dark.